to you. Many thanks for joining us on SuperScreen News at 10, broadcasting to you live from Lagos. I am Adinike Oweye Ajiboye. President Muhammadu Buhari will travel to Accra, Ghana today to attend the country's 61st independent anniversary scheduled for Tuesday. The president's special advisor in media and publicity, Femi Adesina, who disclosed this, said the president is the only foreign leader invited to the event holding at the Independence Square as special guest of honor. Adesina said the president will use the medium to reaffirm the long-standing warm relations between the peoples and governments of both brotherly nations. He also said President Buhari, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Geoffrey Onyema, and the National Security Advisor, Babagana Mungono, will return to Abuja after the celebrations on Tuesday. In politics, the People's Democratic Party, PDP, has congratulated former President Olusegun Obasanjo as he clocks 81 today. The party described him as an outstanding nationalist who has made immeasurable sacrifices towards the development and growth of Nigeria. Ogun State Governor Ibikule Amosun also described Obasanjo as a great leader committed to the development of the country. The State Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Adebayo Adeneye, expressed this on behalf of the governor in Abeokuta. The National Assembly is likely to pass a bill establishing the Nigeria Financial Intelligence Unit (NFIU) as an independent entity this week. Senate President Bukola Saraki, who disclosed this, said the bill would be passed after his intervention in the clash between the Senate and the House of Representatives on the harmonization of versions of the bill. He said the conference committee meeting for the NFIU bill will hold today and the report will be presented in both chambers on Tuesday. The All Progressives Congress, APC, has won all the chairmanship positions in the 2018 Edo State local government election. APC defeated 9 other political parties that fielded candidates in the 18 local government areas. The chairman of Edo State Independent Electoral Commission, Stanley Orobato, who announced the result in Benin, said the ruling party got majority votes in all the councils. Orobato said the certificate of return would be ready today. The state governor, Godwin Obaseki, who disclosed this after a Thanksgiving Mass held at St. Paul's Catholic Church in Benin, said the new council executive would deepen strategic leadership and development at the grassroots. A chieftain of the All Progressives Congress, APC, Anike Unwoga, has approached the Federal High Court in Enugu to challenge the revision of the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) over the 2019 election timetable by the National Assembly. Unwoga, who is the zonal vice chairman of APC in Enugu East Senatorial District, filed in a suit dated March 2nd, 2018 through his lawyer Godwin Owuse, and he is asking the Enugu court for an interlocutory injunction restraining the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria from assenting to the revised timetable as contained in a bill passed by the National Assembly. The timetable released by INEC said the poll would commence with the election of the President, members of the National Assembly, followed by governorship and state assembly elections. But the National Assembly revised the timetable, placing the National Assembly election first, followed by the governorship and state houses of assembly polls, while the presidential election will come last. Human rights advocacy group Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project, SERAP, has threatened to sue the Minister of Water Resources and Rural Development, Suleiman Adamu, if he fails to give an account of how the budgetary allocations to the ministry from 1999 to date were spent. The group demanded that Adamu explain why Nigeria's water and sanitation infrastructure has continued to deteriorate, with Nigerians resorting to drinking water from contaminated sources. In an open letter by its Deputy Director, Timothy Adewale, SERAP expressed serious concern that millions of Nigerians do not have access to clean and potable water and adequate sanitation. The body also issued case in which the letter must be replied within 14 days. In the wake of the Dapchi schoolgirls' abduction, National Commandant of Peace Corps of Nigeria, Dixon Akol, says the organization will do a good job in solving the current challenge of ensuring safer schools throughout the country. Akol disclosed this in Abuja while addressing journalists at the joint meeting of the Peace Corps of Nigeria, Board of Trustees, National Executive Council, and Council of Commandants.
The National Commandant of the Peace Corps of Nigeria said government's plan of engaging the service of armed men to secure schools may be counterproductive. According to him, the country is already debating on how best the nation's schools and colleges can be made safer.
Our attention was drawn to the fact that the Minister of Interior has directed the police and the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps to deploy their manpower to schools and colleges in the Northeast with arms. The country may not appreciate the potential damage that will accompany invading schools and colleges with arms. You know the psychological implication on our youth, and they tend to learn faster. One of the reasons why we have high level of insecurity in Nigeria today is the proliferation of arms into the society.
The National Commandant of the Peace Corps further said he has no hard feelings over President Muhammadu Buhari's decision to decline assent to the PCN bill, noting that the organization remains fully operational.
Whether Mr. President signed the bill or not, we will continue to operate as an non-governmental organization. Bearing in mind that the only essence of us approaching the National Assembly is for the organization, is for what we are going to be giving a statutory backing, so that because we protect the interests of young Nigerians, they will be able to derive funding, salaries, remuneration from the government. So as far as we are concerned now, nothing has derailed our functioning and activities as Peace Corps of Nigeria.
ACO, however, expressed optimism that the Peace Corps bill will yield positive acceptance results worthy of a presidential approval.
And now in education matters, the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, JAM, has directed candidates for the 2018 UTME to start printing the examination notification slip from Tuesday, March 6. The board's head of Media and Information Department, Fabian Benjamin, said arrangements had been concluded for the successful conduct of the exam scheduled to hold from March 9 to March 17. Benjamin said they have successfully conducted a mock Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination, UTME, and based on that, they are confidently saying they are good to go. He said the mock UTME was to expose the candidates to the process as well as test the level of preparedness of the various centers. He also warned candidates not to go to their respective centers with prohibited items such as telephones, wristwatches, pens, and other devices. You're still watching SuperScreen News at 10. We will take a short break here to bring you business news. To stay with us.
Before they come, they're supposed to, give us some information, notice at least maybe a week or so. There was nothing like that.
Hunger is everywhere in Nigeria. People are dying every day, but Nigeria government are keeping quiet. Housemen are killing people. Why?
It's not what we expected because of these old men that are leading us, and you people know, you are aware that these people are not the right people to lead us. These kind of people that are leading us here are people of black mind. They just care about themselves and their family.
You are affecting my village. Let me use if I call it useless, I'm not to mistake. The other place where they build a shop, call it plaza. Say each shop they are 4 million naira. So I don't have the money, so I have to leave. If you plan to get a tribal mark, it takes a lot of pain, but after some time, you enjoy it. No, we experience hold up now during the construction time. Then after some time, we start enjoying it.
The way they are doing the construction is too slow. It's too slow. The construction is too slow. They should stop the construction and make sure people go into their businesses and do their businesses.
Well, many thanks for staying with us. Now in business news. The federal government has charged the former Bauchi State governorship aspirant Abdullahi Usman, 16 Chinese citizens, and 9 others with illegal mining of lead and zinc. The defendants, including Usman's firm, Solid Unit Nigeria Limited, and 8 other Nigerians, were accused of engaging in illegal mining at Kampani Zurak in the Wassa local government area of Plateau State between 2015 and 2017. The Office of the Attorney General of the Federation filed 4-count charges against the defendants before Just Division of the Federal High Court on February 20, 2018. The case marked FHC J6-2018 was signed by an Assistant Chief State Counsel of the Department of Prosecutions of the Federation, the Federal Ministry of Justice, Aminu Alelu. The 4 counts preferred against the defendants were said to be contrary to and punishable under the various provisions of Miscellaneous Offences Act Cap M17, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004, and the Nigeria Mineral and Mining Act 2007. The federal government has announced that Thailand had commenced moves to establish rice mills in Nigeria. The Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, who disclosed this during a tour of some rice farms in Kebbi State, said the government had won its fight against rice importation, particularly from Thailand, as Nigeria had reduced its importation of rice by over 90%. It said Thailand rice growers are making an appeal to the federal government that they want to set up rice mills in Nigeria. The Minister of Works, Power and Housing, Babatunde Raji Fashola, says the federal government will begin the repairs of its roads in Ekiti State. Fashola discussed this to journalists during a fact-finding visit to some roads President Muhammadu Buhari approved recently for repairs in the state. The minister, who was represented by the Southwest Zonal Director in the ministry, Emmanuel Adewi, said priority would be given to the federal road linking Ifaki-Ekiti and Ikola-Ekiti road network. Fashola said it is the resolve of President Muhammadu Buhari's administration that all federal roads must be made motorable to Nigerians. The Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC, has announced that it was spending 774 million naira daily, which is equivalent of 23.99 billion naira monthly, as subsidy on the 50 million liters of fuel consumed across the country. The corporation described the amount as under recovery due to the proliferation of filling stations in communities with international land and coastal borders across the country. The Group Managing Director, NNPC, Mekanti Ibaru, who discussed this, said the multiplication of filling stations had energized unprecedented cross-border smuggling of petrol to neighboring countries, making it difficult to sanitize the fuel supply and distribution matrix in Nigeria. Well, that's it in business news. If you've just joined us, you're watching SuperScreen News at 10. We'll take another short break here, after which we'll bring you news from the foreign scene and then sports to stay.
Super Dawn, your daily live current affairs program where topical issues that border on politics, economy, sport, and sizzling national issues are analyzed, now holds every Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on SuperScreen television. Let your voice be heard. Join us.